goldsmith picks the right one to make the. So that gold goes through fire, water, and everything, hammering and everything. Same way, lifesmith. Okay. So everyone will start with by taking God's name. So I want to take Prabha's name once. reason is a very introvert and shy guy who went on to give multiple interviews and he broke that whatever his comfort zone. So I myself did not put a pic out of in public for my friends for 10 years. Okay, more than 10 years, and they took inspiration from there. So I felt it's inspiration. So felt let's like take not felt like Prabhas, but we got some courage after seeing that guy. So
it's a Prabhas Gouri now sitting in front of us.
Okay, so there is one more Bahubali.
No Bahubali. So that's the inspirational story. Just just wanted to take his name. So the whole purpose of this group discussion, the main agenda is I completed writing my new story. Okay, so every time I aim to reach more people, not in thousands or lakhs, but whatever I can. So all from last year, I started this promoting stories and making it reach more people. This time I tried reaching out to bit famous faces, could be influencers or YouTube or even celebs. So then realized that things are not working since it's not that easy. They too have some commercialities, PR teams and all.
Yeah.
So I thought better we'll try ourselves. So I sorted a list who all can help in this. So I planned a big promotional list. From that, one video is this, where I listed out some of the names and I approached you guys.
Yeah.
And that's how I thought of putting a video the first time. Whatever it is, we'll see. Aim is to reach. So if content is good, it will reach. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's over a month that we've been looped into this event, and we got some snippets of what is going to happen
for this discussion. It's 1 month.
Yes, for the the
many
planning.
Things it is happening from some period.
That's why we are absolutely curious to know a lot of things. Okay, we don't know where to start from, but we'll just start with one by one.
Hope you guys have your own this thing. Obviously, you will have.
Yeah, definitely.
In general, people ask many things.
Because the last 1 month, I was thinking what's the theme about it, because you have not revealed it fully.
Yeah.
So I think this is the right time. We have the author himself here.
Author is very big thing.
Yeah.
So you can say that a story writer, because interested in telling stories.
Stories. Got it. You want to put it as a story
Simple.
writer. Yeah.
There are many people. Who
Right. So maybe just start with what's the story about? Yeah. How you got this inspiration to write the story, and what's it all about?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I won't reveal that much, but I will just give you what exactly it is. Okay. So I wanted to tell a purpose. Okay, universal purpose. Okay, so putting it into a story should not sound like a documentary or some article. If it is a video, it is documentary. If it is putting it in a write-up article. So for that, I thought of adding more to it. So initially, the idea, whatever I had, is very small. Okay, which is of 10 minutes, 15 minutes read, which I wrote the traffic thing, previous story.
Yeah.
And similarly, I thought of writing something close to it. Then something got excited, while writing itself, within that plot, whatever the idea I got, some element excited me.
Yeah.
And suddenly the thought process went to that side, and that idea was good. But putting that into a story will sound like more of a blog or article. So I don't want it to do that way.
Yeah.
Then interestingly, in my research, I met story wise, not the people, story wise, from history. People say it mythology. From history, Indian history, like I got some exciting thing that was very resonating, and I felt like this works for present age. Then I picked up, not exactly. That's where like how I took the inspiration from Prabhas, the same way, like So then what I did, I picked an element which is another element, the main plot and the subplot. So while reading, you won't feel it as that is main plot or this is main plot. Both will go equally. The new plot what I picked is most happening thing in the society. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, these days, and very interesting thing. So I want to inject this. Okay.
Yeah.
And slowly give that also as an a flavor from the starting itself.
Yeah.
So this is a cream or whatever you call the
So
quote
it's
of
a
the
mix
medicine.
of history as well as
Nothing,
future
nothing to
into
do
the
with-
future.
No, nothing to do with history, future,
Yeah.
nothing. Everything is present. Okay, so what I took is inspiration from the history. Okay, so from there, whatever I got, I put it into a present this thing. When I reveal the title, you will understand.
Yeah.
So overall, I wanted to say, there is a purpose. So for that, since I got this idea from the history, so I made it as a love as a purpose. But this is not a love story.
Okay.
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 This is not a love story.
Not a love story.
He's
Of
disappointed.
course, love is an element in the story. Of course,
I was expecting it to
no,
be a-
it's there is a love story. Okay, since we have 4 female characters, of course, we'll come to know. Okay, so it's an interesting story. Okay, I will tell you why it is not
I
a
think
love
Manoj
story.
is very
but-
curious about that stories.
Yeah.
That's what gives interest to
People.
young generation as of now, right?
Yeah.
It's a love story, then they
No,
stick on to the story.
it's a love story, but see, I will tell you what exactly the difference between love story and the story which has a love. Okay, and further questions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Beautiful.
so
Sounding very interesting now.
so then I thought whatever this plot and that plot is there blended nicely. So I wanted to the purpose whatever is there, I wanted to link it to love. That's how the tag love as a purpose. Really love as a purpose, that further we'll come to know when we discuss about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the
ti-
story title actually? Is it Love as a Purpose or
No,
you
no.
have anything?
The title is Boyfriend-in-Law.
Okay.
Yeah,
Boyfriend?
title is Boyfriend-in-Law.
In law.
And the caption is Love as a Purpose.
Okay.
That's
Got it.
really
Oh,
good.
that's great.
Okay,
like brother-in-law.
so now if you see, now if you see the title and the purpose, while you read the story, you will understand what exactly I'm blending, the purpose and the love, and this modern age, what exactly happening, the boyfriend-in-law.
Yeah.
And it's not only about boyfriend-in-law or the love story. This is my hook. Okay, to get the audience in or whatever you can say. Boyfriend-in-law is an episode of the story. Okay, one important scenario of the story.
Yeah.
Okay, the way the main character goes through and the journey. So I wanted to keep the other title as other part as a title. But by reading the title itself, people will understand what I'm going to tell. So I don't want that to reveal in the title itself. So this has more interesting thing. When people land into it, they will get to know more. Okay, this is not only this thing. This fellow went into some.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I want to understand what inspired you to write this story. Like, I understand maybe a specific situation or something, like any feelings you might have felt in you, and then you can't express it. So that's why you were written that story. Like what inspired you?
Okay, so is nothing specific or nothing feeling. Okay, this is my daily whatever the ideas I get for writing. Okay, like I mentioned some time back, I started it with 10 minutes write up or 15 minutes write up. where I wanted to see. I want my narration to be very interesting and unique. Though, like whatever emotion you take,
Right.
there are only 5-6 emotions in the whole. The presentation want to be different. So while I'm writing that presentation, I focused on different aspect. There was an in my stories there will be a metaphysical characters. Okay, so the characterization whatever I have written was pushing me to something else. So from there I decided to write it in a other way. Okay, there's nothing specific but exciting idea.
As per my understanding, any book writer or any author,
No,
they'll get the inspiration in a way they want to express that thing to someone else, but they don't want to do it to the people. So they
understood.
write in a book and then make it.
Understood. Let me clear
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, so first of all, no love stories. Okay, no girlfriends, no past. Okay.
Yeah.
So of course, from far we have that liking. Obviously, as a human beings, we had, but the thing is nothing to do with that. Of course, since every writer has a personality. Okay, few things, few elements reflect from the real life. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe some moments or some small things, okay,
That would lead the.
no, that haven't led, but that got added to the story.
Oh,
Okay, but purely it is an unique idea. I don't mix real life emotions into the story, though if it is so exciting and unique, or suppose if there is a moment which is can be used, I will put into the story. Unless and until I won't put it into story, so that what happens, suppose say I have this thing, or suppose I am writing something, okay. If I write, my perspective will come in, my personal perspective will
Very
come
good.
in,
Yeah,
and that story whatever
That might
needs
deviate from the
deviate,
story,
and
emotions.
it will be a different perspective.
Yeah.
So that is where, and I still remember your love story question. I will answer it.
yeah. I
Okay,
want answer.
I will answer for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's how
Right.
stories and inspirations.
Yeah.
For adding Manoj's question, so I have one more question for that. Actually, every writer will expect something from their audience.
Yes.
So after reading the story, every writer or author write a story for a purpose, either delivering a message or expecting change in the society. Are you expecting anything from your targeted
expectation?
audience?
So first thing, as for my mindset, expectation in the sense, I don't keep any expectations. So the first, whatever I'm writing, right, whatever genre or whatever the style, pattern, whatever I'm following till now, 10 to 11 stories, whatever written till now, as focused on emotions, layers, and the real life and a certain woman aspects.
Okay.
Okay, why? Because writing emotion and the woman aspects is a very tough thing. Okay, so I'm practicing this. Okay, now what I'm expecting is I wrote something, I want to take it to the public, and I want them to experience my world. See, basically, I have my world in my mind. Okay, so the entire world is different. It will have similarities, but the characters behave differently, characters think differently, the wiseness is different, and some are Nibba characters, some are all these things are there. Okay, so now all these things, there will be some idea spark, how they will fit in. So overall, to keep it simple, I want audience to experience my world, see it, and I want be there a creative companion of them, not see, we use phone, we use many things, or so if I'm successful engaging them, I want to be their tea time partner as a creative companion, or a bedtime 5-10 minutes, not a full
I think the
whatever
traffic
content.
one which you had written, when I went through that article, what I felt, I don't know personally, I felt like I was in that traffic.
They too read it.
True.
They asked that you wrote it
Yes.
your
Two
story.
autos.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So that, I think that feeling, that emotion, everybody is feeling, when reading that, you are in that situation.
Yeah.
The author has put us in that situation. Even the wind blowing, everything is written over there.
The details.
Yeah, the details.
That's
that's
very
it.
in detail.
Yes.
So the challenge in writing and the video thing is the short films are movies. So once the audience is in, when you visually see it in phone or OTT, whatever, you are giving a visual, you're not giving a imagination. Okay, that means already someone thought of putting it there, visual. You are experiencing the final output. There is no brainer thing. Okay, brainer thing is, of course, they will see logical thing. We are not giving that imagination. Okay,
Yeah.
so as a writer, if like whoever writes, okay, their challenge will be, that, like, when reader is reading it, if they are feeling it, if they are sensing it, if they are experiencing it, reading lines, that means, like, we are up to some extent we are succeeded in, like, engaging them.
Yeah.
The whole goal is engage them and, like, dive into them to the story and like make them come again, or like, make them excited for the next stuff.
Right.
So that's the whole thing. Yeah.
Then how did you start this story?
This story.
Which inspired you to start this story?
Yeah, this story actually it comes to love story.
It comes out to inspiration.
No, not inspiration. See, as a writer, I will tell you something like the process. I will talk about the process.
Does she have to repeat that again?
Which one?
Question.
No, I got it.
You
So
got
I
it.
just wanted to, like, answer in detail.
Detail.
Just thinking where to
Yeah.
start.
I think we laughed in the wrong place. Okay,
Let me
just.
just go and check once. Is it fine if I go and check once?
So,
No,
So you want to know the writing process completely, or just up to this, story? What exactly you want to know? In this story, this, like, just like I said, it is just a small this thing, 10 minutes write up. Which I wanted to write in a different way, which delved into deep and thought process and research, and that's how it come up. And coming to the research part, like, of course, you people might have not research the process. Okay, see, anyone who wants to write, okay, first thing, it is, see, whatever I'm telling is my opinion.
Yeah.
It could be trash for someone else. Okay, this is completely my thing. Okay, this is like, everyone or whoever it is, like, they should know themselves first. Okay, why they should know themselves first means, like, without knowing you, you can't define, like, you don't know about you, first thing. When you don't know about you, you don't know about others. People could be surroundings or could be situations or whatever it is. So life selects you for some certain situations. It is same like, I will give you this example, gold. Okay, we have two types of gold. One gold which is useful for making ornaments, one is not useful. Goldsmith picks the right one to make the. So that gold goes through fire, water, and everything, hammering and everything. Same way, Lifesmith.
Deep and
Lifesmith will pick you, like, for
Yeah.
the situations.
Right.
Okay. If you are, like, okay to the situations, you will put in that category, or else you will put it in some other category. So when you are hammered, when you are, like, taken through certain situations and all, okay, you will meet yourself first. First thing, you will meet yourself. After meeting yourself, you will know what is your capabilities. Okay, what are your capabilities? What you can do, what you can't do, and what is the, like, scope of your, like, entire this thing, and you will understand your mindset, everything. Okay, why is this required? Is when you know this, okay, you will have your own personality.
Yeah.
Personality could be negative, positive, and love. Like, I'm not telling that,
Yeah.
like, a person who is going through all these situations will have a positive personality or negative personality. Every personality is different. It is like, of course, that personality may match to other personalities, become a persona. Okay, so now this personality will drive you. Okay, whatever the personality you become, okay, will give you certain knowledge on each and every aspect of life. Not fully,
Yeah.
but you will have a knowledge on subject. Though, for example, say, like, we do many things in life. Okay, in office environment you take.
Yeah.
Okay, you have certain experiences in that environment. If something is off or something is wrong, you will step in there. Like the same way, a person will get knowledge about the subject. When you get the subject, okay, when you have in your own opinion, we will whenever this idea sparks, right? Like, we'll have multiple things. Okay. For example, ideas, I will take, see, there is one song which I'm listening from childhood, which belongs to your Mahesh Babu. Okay. So this song, okay, that song, a very old movie. Okay, it's called Atadu. Okay. In that song is full of like this. I put it in very simple. I'll tell it in English.
You listened
only.
in this?
Huh?
You listened in this?
Yeah, I listened in this.
So what's the brand of this?
Okay, I will tell. I will come to this brand. Okay, I will come to this brand. So the idea part, I will close that idea part. Then I will come. So now, whatever the song is there, right? That whole context of the song is that fellow is a criminal in the story. Okay, she is normal person. Okay, so entire story, she likes that him. He likes her, but that fellow says he won't accept. The reason is that fellow says entire song is that he will be explaining why he is not correct. She will be asking with all analogies. Okay, last line gave me an idea. So the idea is that that fellow says, right, I'm a river flood. Okay, right, I'm a river flood. Okay, that lady says that knowingly you drowned me, flooded me. Okay, now in English it is very simple. That fellow knows that he is a river flood, he will flood her or drown her.
Yeah.
But he liked her. She knows that fellow is a flood. There is a loss. So this is very simple as per story. Okay, but it took me somewhere else. Okay, I see it in a different way. He's a destructor.
Yeah.
I see every woman as a creator. Creator is not in the sense not creating. The female essence, whatever we have, now there's a creator. Okay. So now I connected destructor and the creator. Destructor knows that he will destruct this creation one day. Creator knows that I will destroy in this this thing. So my thought here is the idea I have is how it will be. The crux is that point, what you'll say, churning that she knows that person is that, he knows the person is that, but both are in that situation. What if it goes like that, how tragically it ends, and the nature is like this, creation never ends. Even though it ends in tragedy, creation starts again. And I see it as destructor. Okay, goddess destructor and the goddess creation, which is nothing but the Gouri and Shankar again, linking it. So now this is the line idea. Though I'm listening this song from many times, many years, that sparked a certain period. That's how ideas come. Looping into linking into your question, where how it started. Randomly it comes, it's a spark. Okay, that song has nothing to do with the thought I have, but that gave me a depth that is a destructor and the creator, because the personality or the this thing I created, or the mindset, whatever individually everyone has, connected me that line to this characters, which gave me a storyline. Okay, so since I write, I get only in that aspect. Suppose if he's an artist, I was drawing, and if he's a musician, they will connect it in a different way. So that's how idea works. And
So the characters in this?
Characters.
So you had the idea, clear picture.
Okay.
What you are going to have in this. So you had that before, or?
So every story selects its character by default. Example, say, I will come to your point. Okay, I have this point also.
Before actually answering Yakna's question, I had one more doubt. He recently spoke. So basically, you got a spark on fine day, but maintaining that spark,
that is also there.
Very important while writing this story.
Okay. Okay. I will add that.
You keep with this.
I'll come to you.
You play with it.
I'll come to you. So once the idea is
different. I just wanted to know it.
Once we have an idea, we start developing the story. Okay. So now to travel with that story, if it is a small story, that's fine. Weeks or months. Sometimes it will happen in a day, so no problem. Suppose this story, it is a duration of lengthy duration. So what I did is, after a certain point, to be in that creative flow, be in that momentum, I picked a character who is going through this, the journey of that character, Abhirama.
Yeah.
Okay. Now over the year,
So that's for your own character.
okay, over the year, whatever the that this hair or this costumes or whatever I'm carrying, mentally I'm being subconscious or an appearance as being, so that it won't add 100%. What it makes you is it lives with you.
Puts you in the shoes.
Okay, yeah, it puts you in the
Yeah.
show. Okay, till I feel that okay, now I am done. It won't go out of me. For that, I need to do few things. Okay, we can't do for every story.
Yeah.
Okay, every character. We need to pick something so that it stays inside. Could be whatever. I tried all whatever I was seeing me. I was mentally I might be different.
Yeah.
Whatever you're seeing me is completely different. Could be this chain or clothes or long hair or though a lot of hair
I have
shedding is
questions
happening.
regarding
Yeah.
something I'll get back.
So
Yeah.
whatever the avatars you people saw over the 1.5 year is purely carrying Abhirama on me, so that I won't deviate out of the story. Of course, still how much ever you try, see, I don't get time writing daily. Because suppose say there is an exciting thing happening subconsciously. On that day, no sleep, no food gone after going office. So I will sit.
He was telling me
We
he lost
can-
6 kgs.
More than 6 kgs.
Yeah.
6 kgs. No. Okay. So after going home, I will sit and weekends. So weekends, big challenge is afternoons. Once I have lunch, no, I'll feel sleepy. So for a couple of months, I skipped lunch. So that I can write in lunch. And it is not that great or something. But thing is, to carry that character, everyone does.
I don't have that character. I don't have that character to write.
Do you struggle at any point of time during this story phase?
Struggle in the sense, see,
Either
real
it may be physical struggles or mental struggles.
there is no mental struggle. There will be writer blocks for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to
Okay.
tell that.
Though there will be writer blocks for sure. That will take some time, and for that we'll go around and since we have brainstorming and all these things, I have mood boards. For each and every character, I have decided what they will wear. You might have seen the content, right? The pearls or the costumes. If you observe that, what character our this girl Annapurna, she's more of traditional and pearl. If you see Abhirama is more of that kind. Whereas Ujjwala is completely contrast and Naina. So each and every character has this music. Though it is just a theory, reading story, but for my progression, I keep each and every character music, their traits, how they behave, how they talk, how they write, how they sit. 100% won't come. First thing, this is not a character driven, this is a situation driven, so we can't write that deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
one question. Can you just maybe in 3 minutes or something, just tell us about the characters, just their names and their
Sure.
just a summary, and so that
Sure.
all can
Okay.
get it.
So now we have white characters. So I will just take one by one, important characters' name. First, I will start with Annapurna. Okay. One of the main characters. So she has a universal purpose.
Purpose?
Okay. So do you know what the purpose? You need to read the story. For that universal purpose, she need a charioteer. Okay. So she is a completely independent woman, rural girl, strong enough. Okay, and very interesting. And there will be
She will be dancing.
No, not dancing. She is more of the driving. So she is the main person. The plot, whatever I am merging, right? She is the main person which this journey, whatever the Abhirama's journey, is there, right? That will take a dip at a point from where it will like go through. It's a complete cycle. Okay, so Annapurna name itself, and of course name also just not name just like that. The name itself says that like she is related to food. Okay. Okay, she has something to do with that in the story. I won't reveal more than this. I already revealed it.
She might be the crux you are telling of the
So
plot of the story.
she is the conflict point, of course. She holds the conflict point, and she also has a conflict. Okay, so I don't want to reveal much, but she the name reveals her character and the story point. Okay, so
She might be the expert in cooking.
could be,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
Possibilities.
since it is like a universal purpose, cooking won't fit, but
Because the name
food,
itself is
feeding,
yeah.
food important.
Yeah, something related to that.
Something related to that, like you can say that way.
You cannot
Yeah.
maybe like
Yeah, so this is completely rural character. Okay, set up in a Warangal district, Mulugu village, Warangal Nalgonda. Okay, it's completely that's kind of story. And coming to Abhirama. Abhirama is a layman character. Okay, it's very layman, 9 to 5 full stack developer.
Nice.
everyone can
So much related.
Okay, completely urban setup. Okay, like Abhirama means like the person who finds everything in himself. Could be happiness or like he is happy with what he have inside. Okay, to Abhirama, to justify that name. Okay, my whole story is like Abhirama should become Abhirama. Okay, so to make him Abhirama, I picked the journey of Abhirama. Through his journey, I narrated a certain plot where purely urban setup, and this fellow 95 guy who deviates from everything, not deviates, distance from everything, distant himself from everything, becomes closer to himself.
solitude. Maybe. Solitude.
Okay, so why he becomes why he is distant from everything and became close to himself is his journey, and whatever the experience makes him like move away from everything. One aspect is love. Okay, he also moves away from it. Okay, so I won't reveal much now. This will connect the plot.
Yeah.
So now that fellow unknowingly he will distant from everything, right? He'll move closer to some universal purpose and becomes a charioteer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how Abhirama's character evolved from like a layman to something else. Okay, which
So,
he will be part of.
Can we consider Abhirama as the hero of the story then?
No, I strongly not only now whatever a story, plot is the hero. Whatever I wrote, like the conflict is the hero, or the story soul, whatever is the hero. All these are making it happen. So all these are characters. I don't want to make someone highlight or less. So the next character is Ujjwala.
Yeah.
Ujjwala is as a completely urban setup. Okay, so her purpose or her this thing is she is in of her own fantasy world. She has fantasies.
No.
That's
When
great.
you are explaining the characteristics, just mention their ages also. That will
Okay. Okay.
Age will not matter with a fantasy.
Okay. I will tell you. So now thing is, first I told about Annapurna, 25 years old, independent woman, strong girl. Okay.
25 years में set हो गया life.
No, she did not settle. But like while reading, you will see the strength of it. Okay.
Yeah.
You will see the strength of it. She did not settle. Okay. I will add some small this thing. So again, that like she is a creator. Okay. She need a consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay. That energy need a consciousness. The consciousness should come. Then only the character will.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So consciousness is still like in urban setup, that is Abhirama. Okay. So now this Abhirama story starts at the age of after graduation. Okay, Joy will give glimpse of graduation, and it travels till 33, 34. Okay, but story you won't feel it like that. Okay, this fellow meet like this like when 34, 25, 34. Okay.
Okay.
Once again, age is not a matter. Okay. Okay. Now
He wants to know Ujjwala's age.
so Ujjwala is between 25 to 28. Okay. Okay. So Ujjwala is to 25 to 28, completely urban. She is more of focused on her fantasy. Her whole purpose is she has a particular fantasy. Okay. She is more into her mirror and her fantasy. Okay. Now you can imagine your world. Okay. So that's a Ujjwala. This character walks through some of the characters, and that's all. And the next character is Naina. Naina, the specialty of this, each and every episode has a specialty. This Ujjwala and Abhirama has interesting narration, whereas like Naina and Abhirama has interesting narration. In this, there is no conversation happening between them. Okay, entire story runs through eyes only.
Okay.
That's why Naina. So if you see all the characters, whatever the names are there, they are doing what they are. Okay, the names are talking.
Yeah.
Okay, the Naina, who starts as, who ignites his, world with that, as
Nice.
she will make him blind. Okay, I revealed a plot of this both, how and all. The blind in the sense, not really blind in the sense, I'm just giving a metaphor.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this Naina character is around 25,
Okay.
around 25. No one is less than 25. Okay, so this character is more of dependent character.
Okay.
Dependent in the sense, for example, now I decided something. Okay, my mindset or whatever, he decided something. Suppose I decided something, if Alexa or she comes and tell me that this is the, of course we need to listen, but you completely can't change it immediately, or you can't, because your experience, your thought, your no, this thing is different with that so and so person or whatever it is. What they see as an outsider is different. So this kind of character. Okay, and the another two characters, I'll go a bit quickly. Vamana. Okay, Vamana character is set up in a British era. Okay, 3-4 years before this independence of freedom. Okay, so this is a young musician who is a son of a village president, rich lad, rebellion, and is a 19 years old, very young lad, who does who chooses to a certain purpose than what he came for, and Rose is his paired opposite to him, Rose is elder than him, and this Rose character is very strong, and
Rose is also a character.
character. Okay, Rose is a real name or not, you people need to read and know the real name, and very interesting story. And this she has a purpose. So the why I came to know Rose is title reveals that, like I said, name says something. Rose has thorns. Okay, it gives fragrance. Okay, every woman, not only
That's
Rose,
short.
every woman has thorns. Okay, when
I
situation
think the other way is
demands.
thorns have roses. It's very powerful.
New
That
perspective,
perspective is
New
different.
perspective.
See, we can't.
I know he is going to know.
Writer's perspective.
Okay, so that's how. So that thorns will cut a fence, how and all, and how this musician and these things. And the last character is Bhishma.
Okay. The grand.
Name says it again. Bhishma, who decided, very loyal, and he does something important, and I don't want to reveal much, it will reveal complete story. Okay, so these are some important characters and what they do, interesting way.
Yeah.
Like when you were talking about the characters, I just remembered one point. What's the timeline of this story? Like present, or it's set up in British
See,
era as or what's the timeline?
I have this style, I prefer non-linear, completely non-linear. Okay, I want my user to go through, not just the read.
I think he
Go through in two ways, that
went the UX way. He said user, not the reader.
audience.
Audience, yes.
Okay, so I want them
Abhirama
to.
just came and went. The 2 to 5 job guy.
Abhiram went to the cart, added. Yeah.
So my point is they should go through this thing, okay, and they should experience that, like, whatever I went through, they should experience. And there are some important characters which I will not tell anything what they and all.
Yeah.
Okay, there are 3 metaphysical characters which will be around with us. We won't see them, but they are like, always there from the creation started.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are also part of the story, and it is reality fiction. Okay, not real. So that's how. పెళ్లి చూపులోకి వచ్చింది.
Yeah,
And
whoever
there is
is-
one more question.
He has
So
something.
how do,
Yeah.
you, how do you remember all these fleeting ideas so they don't go out of your mind?
This is very. Actually, first thing, like I will answer after fleeting characters. Then I'll come to your love story.
Yeah.